chapters and timestamps are in the description if you want to skip to a certain part. Welcome to GolliCRAFT City Economy. Today we're going to get your first few steps established. That way you are moving smoothly through the experience and you can get yourself sorted out relatively quickly. So there's a lot of things you can do, a lot of ways to make money. You can start a business, you can work for other people's businesses, hire people in your business, or you can go solo and basically just work NPC jobs. Pretty much the world is your oyster. There's so many unique items that you can purchase in the experience and lots of jobs you can do. You can become a criminal, a business mogul, a farmer, a miner, a police officer. Literally you can work an office job if you want. The world's your oyster. You get to decide your own destiny. Let's get started in the world. We're going to start with the tutorial guide booklet. And this is going to walk us through free food on page 4, get paid page 6, get better food page 11, buying properties page 13, and buying and gathering items on page 18. It makes more sense if you follow this booklet in order. So that's what we're going to do today. But again, if you want to skip to a certain part, then those chapters and timestamps are in the description. Let's get started on page 4. We're going to go through the challenges in order and then we're going to get ourselves set up. First things first, we're here at spawn. First, we're going to go to the green Dreamdale teleport board and then we're going to push the button. So here we are. Stand on the target, push the button. If you don't stand on the target, then it might not work. So here we are in the Dreamdale subway. Now we have to make our way up the stairs to get started. And we have to go to these coordinates, which are X1267, Z456. So head up the stairs, make our way to the homeless shelter, because that is where the free food will be. It's a brick building. And this looks like it. Here we go. These are the coordinates. This is the homeless shelter. So now we're going to follow the pink arrows and we're going to click on the sign for free food. It's that simple. So we just click on the sign like that. And as you can see, we're purchasing cookies and now we have a nice food source. So homeless shelters can be found all around the world. They offer free food and shelter. Never store your valuables at the homeless shelters just because, they could get stolen and you don't want that. Alright, so now time for objective 2, get paid. So we're going to go to the Employment Solutions building next door, which is located at 1264449. Here we go. And then we're going to go into the resume office, stand on the pressure plate, and we're going to get some resumes because some jobs do require resumes while some jobs do not. So as you can see, I'm standing on this pressure plate and my inventory is populating with resumes. I always like to grab a few because, as I said, some jobs do require them and you don't want to be running back and forth between the resume office just to get some resumes. So here we go. Now we have our resume and there's also a job board up here which will tell you about local jobs in the area that you can do. You can walk there. There are actually 2 ways to get there. You can either walk there or you can teleport there. But if you're a new member, then teleporting is only available to you for your first full week of being in the experience, and then the teleports become nerfed or unavailable just so we can promote exploration by foot. So for this example, we're going to warp to the jobs area. So open up your chat and type /warp jobs. Just like that. And now we're going to follow the purple path until we see the yellow block here. And then this is the hotel manager at Pam's Inn. That's what we're going to do. So if you push the black button, it will give you some information. So you can RP inside the hotel, get paid, shift will last for either 1 day or 1 night. So stand on the target block, push the pink button to teleport. And here we are. Now, some jobs are indicated by yellow beacons. So if you see a yellow beacon, that means that there's a job available. Some jobs aren't though, so just so you know that. So we're going to walk into Pam's Inn. As you can see, these are the correct coordinates. And now we're going to look for the green button behind the desk. Here it is. Now, luckily, this job does not require a resume anymore. It used to. Oh! Why is this happening? I'm making hella money. Oh, your night shift has ended. Moving past that, anyway, sometimes there's activities inside these jobs here. So you might find some NPCs that want you to do certain tasks, or there will be buttons around the area. So you can just play those mini jobs for tips while you accumulate your actual paycheck. Now, you can deposit your money at banks or ATMs all around the world. So we're gonna go over to the ATM to deposit our paycheck here. Sometimes there's weird glitches that can happen. So as you can see over here, we can sell our money and it says you don't have the item $1 bill, but we clearly do. So if that happens to you, one of two things you can do. You can move it around, you can break the money up and see if that fixes things. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. As you can see in this case, it doesn't. So there's a second deposit option here, and you can just click on that and that will deposit your money for you. As you can see, my money is going up a little bit, and I'm not going to sit here and do all of this because I don't actually need the money, but we will continue. So once you're done depositing all of your money, come back here and push this button and it will take you back to your ATM. Objective number 3 is get better food. Around the world, there are grocery stores and restaurants that you can buy food from. So we're gonna make our way over to Seaside Shell, which is one of the local grocery store chains here. And that's located at 1170 247. Now, another thing to note here as well is that places selling food items will be indicated by a red beacon. So some restaurants and grocery stores will have a red beacon. So you can just come in here, find food that you want to buy. I'm going to just stick with my cookies because they're free. The thing is that cookies will actually make your hunger deplete faster, whereas regular food will not. So it's always good to get regular food, but I'm just going to deal with these cookies for now. I will buy a book though. It's always good to have a couple of books, you know, just to write notes down. Next, we're going to do objective 4, which is buying property. This is my favorite segment of this tutorial. So at this point, you may or may not be able to afford some property, but let's take a look at what's available anyway. So we're going to go into our chat. We're going to type /warp properties, just like that. Enter it in chat. And then right now you currently cannot speak to the realtor agent. However, on the wall there is a sign that says view available properties. So we're going to click on that. And there's 4 ways you can purchase properties. So you can either purchase them through this room. This room will showcase a few of the properties available in the world. You can also go to www.gollicraft.com/properties, and that will show you even more properties all over the world. You can also see what properties are being sold by people in the properties section in the daily paper channel on the Discord. So again, make sure you join that Discord. The Discord code is BGVTF5CCNW. And finally, you can see properties available by looking on the map in the Discord too. So make sure you join that Discord. Just so you're aware, you are limited to the amount of properties you can own in an area. So some neighborhoods might let you only buy 2 properties, some neighborhoods might let you buy 3, others might let you buy 1. And you can also only have a total of 8 properties altogether. So if you have 3 properties here, 4 properties there, 1 property here, then that's it. You have a total of 8 properties. You can't have any more unless you have special permission. But in this room, we're going to look at some of the properties that are showcased. These are perfect for beginners because a lot of them are cheap. Some of them are expensive, but basically investment properties, if you purchase them, you can unlock exclusive missions and activities, and in most cases they give you passive income. A lot of the times these businesses or these properties are not customizable, so once you purchase them, that's it. It's just a status symbol and it gives you extra activities. You can't actually customize these properties. The industrial or agricultural properties, most of the time you can actually customize these. These are properties like farming or factory areas in the industrial cities. Most of the time these properties cannot be mixed up, so you're probably not going to farm in the industrial area, and you're probably not going to build a factory in the middle of a farming town. The commercial properties are pretty cool because these properties you can use to set up your office spaces, your shops, and a lot of the times these properties are customizable. The residential properties, such as housing and apartments, these are customizable most of the time as well. So let's take a look at some of these properties here. We might not be able to afford all of them at once, but let's take a look at this one. So as you can see, this property is located at -1523, -1537. This is the motorcycle club. It's being sold for 80K. It's located in Lowndes County, and it is not a customizable property. So if we push this button here, it will give us a little sneak preview, a little sneak peek of what the property actually looks like, so you can really get a feel for its surroundings and the area, and then it will teleport you back to the office automatically. So you can push that button as many times as you'd like, and sometimes the sneak peek is randomized, so it might not be as long every single time. See, if something like that happens, you can just go back and view it as many times as you want. But anyway, Motorcycle Club is perfect for criminals because it offers exclusive supply missions where you have to steal supplies from rival gangs and bring them back to your Motorcycle Club secretary. And the more supplies you stock up on, the more passive income you can obtain. North Stigmon. Now that almost concludes our tour. I believe there's one more thing to go over here. So we just did properties. We did better food, buying property. Yes, so the last thing on the list here is buying and gathering items. You can obtain supplies by going to the mall under the Wandering Trader Center. So to do that, all you have to do is type /warp and then WTC1 Wandering, oops, that was not right. Wandering Trader Center 1, and that will teleport you over to the Wandering Trader Center. And then any building inside this plaza has basement access to the mall. So I like to go in this yellow building here. To me, this is just gives me the fastest access to the shop that I'm always looking for. Just direct access to it. So inside the mall, you can actually purchase shops if you want to sell stuff. This is a hub of people coming in and out, so it's a great place to have a little bit of real estate to sell your own stuff. But here you go. We have all types of blocks available for purchase. If you find that something is a little bit too expensive, you're more than welcome to look for other people selling supplies. Stores like these sell things for a ridiculous amount in order to make competition easy for you, so you can sell things for a little bit cheaper and still make a profit because everyone will prefer shopping with you. If you don't want to purchase items though, there is one more thing you can do. So let's warp back to spawn and we can go to the wild. Now the wild is the dark green board over here. Stand on the target and you're now in the wild. Now you don't have privileges to do anything until you go far away from the spawn area. So once you make it over to the shore, you should be able to have access to break blocks, just like that. Gather resources, build, do what you want. You're in the wild. There are not a lot of rules out here. And that fully concludes our tour here in GolliCRAFT.